Here's our ground bag, ground to press. We're gonna flip that bag over so that the logo is facing away from us. Now you have access to those handles. Squat over the middle of the bag, grab the handles, pull up overhead, back to the floor. Here are our ground bag swings. Again, we're gonna come to the bag, we're gonna flip that logo over. Now we have access to the handles. Grabbing on here, we're gonna swing up overhead. Here we have our bag V-ups. Grab it onto the bag, pull it over the legs, into the rack position. We're gonna lay back, press the bag up. We're going up, overhead, up, back down. Here are our back toe touches. We're gonna grab on, pull it over onto our legs again, knees up into the rack position, lay back, toes up here, press the bag up, touch the toes, back down. Here are our seated torso rotations with the bag. So with this one, we're gonna grab onto the bag, pull it over onto our legs, raise our knees up, pull it into the rack position. Now we have our torso rotations, side to side. So here we have our bag sit-ups. You're gonna sit to the side of the bag, grab onto the straps, pull it over onto your legs, and then rotate your hands under and have it in the rack position. Then you come down into a sit-up, press up overhead at the top, down into a sit-up, press up overhead at the top. Here we have our bag tricep extension. So for this one, you guys are standing on the bag neutral. What we're gonna do is we're gonna flip the bag around so the logo should be right under you now. And then you're gonna rotate the bag over. We're gonna start by grabbing in the middle, pulling it to the shoulder. Now you have access to those handles. Bring our feet together, come back overhead here, tricep extension, back down. So we have our bag bicep curl. We're gonna grab onto the bag with an underhand grip, stand to the neutral position, bicep curl up, back to neutral, up, back to neutral. These are our bag upright rows. We're gonna grab onto the straps, overhand position here, stand, elbows lead the way, pull high, back to neutral. Now we have our bag front squats. So grab the bag by the handles on one side. You're gonna pull the bag into the rack position. From here, chest up, down into the squat position, and back up. These are our bag lateral lunges. Grab onto the bag, pulling it to the rack position. Two options for the lateral lunge. We can go wide stance, push your hip back, knee forward, back to neutral. It also makes this exercise a little bit harder by dropping into the lateral lunge, pressing back to neutral. Here are the bag reverse lunge. Grab onto the handle, overhand grip. We're coming to the rack position, stepping back, knee taps the floor, back up. Here are our forward lunges in our rack position. So we're gonna go hands overhand grip. We're gonna pull into the rack position. Now we got forward lunge, step forward, press back to neutral. Here are our stiff leg deadlifts with the bag. We're gonna grab onto the handles, overhand grip to the neutral position. We're gonna push our hips back till the bag touches the floor, back up to neutral, hips back, back to neutral. Now we have our bear hug squat. We're gonna pick the bag up in a standing position. You're gonna squat down until your bag meets the chin. Grab onto the bag, squeeze, hold it in that position. And now we're tapping the floor at the bottom and back up. So now we have our bazooka squat. We're gonna grab onto the bag right in the middle on the skinny part. You're gonna pull it up, rack it on the shoulder, hold it at the front of the bag while it sits on the shoulder. Move it down, press at the top, over to the other side, down, press at the top, over to the other side. So we have our bag hang clean, grabbing onto the handles from the side. You're gonna pull the bag up, push your hips back, come to the knees, pull, catch in the rack position, stand, back to neutral. Hips back, pull, rack, neutral. So here's our bag push press. We're gonna grab onto the handles, pull into the rack position. From here, we're gonna do a slight dip, press overhead at the top, back down to the rack position, dip, press overhead, back position. Here's our hang clean to overhead press. Grab it onto the handles, pull it back to neutral. We're gonna push your hips back, pull, catch in the rack position, press overhead at the top of the movement, back to the racks, back to neutral. Hips back, pull, catch, press, back to rack, neutral. Here are our ground bag snatches. Grab it onto the bag, overhand grip, pull from the floor, up overhead, back down to the floor. Now we have our regular burpee, gloves on or off on top of the bag. Standing over the bag, hands are going to the logo, feet will come out, back up. And then if you'd like, you can throw the push-up in. Now we have our to overhead press. So for this exercise, you guys want to flip the cage back over. That way that your handles are facing towards you. That way when you come out of the burpee, you can grab onto your handles, pull the bag up, overhead, back down to the floor, burpee, overhead, to the floor. And to make it more advanced, you can throw the push-up in. Here are our bag tire flips. Squat down, flip the bag over, squat down. We have our bag toe taps. Sitting at the end of the bag, we go 1 foot at a time. And our more advanced version is no pause in between. These are our forward hopovers over the bag. Standing in front of the bag. Now we have our lateral hopovers, standing to the side of the bag. Here's our lateral hopover with a burpee added to it. Here's our plank walkover with the hammer fist. So down to the floor. On the knees version, you're up. Once you get down to the floor, back fist with the hand that's up on the bag. And then the more advanced version, up onto the bag. Here's our plank walkovers. So we can do the on the knees version. We're coming up onto the bag and back over. Up onto the bag, back over. Then we can do the more advanced version. Up onto the bag, over, up onto the bag, over. Here's our sit-up position with our feet over the bag, down to the floor, feet over, hands up, and come down, sit up, down, sit up. And from here you can add punches in to your combos. Here we have our plank position, alternating straight punches. So we're down into a plank position here, either on the knees or the more advanced version, up on the toes. Here we have our plank hammer fist. So we're coming down through the bag here, down on the knees. You have two different options here. So you're gonna hold one hand up on the bag and do a hammer fist, hold the knees. Or you can come into a full plank position, hand on the bag, right hammer, left. Here are our bag shoulder tosses. Again, you can do these with or without your gloves on. You're gonna stand over the bag, grab it right in the skinny part again, come up over the shoulder, and continue to flip. Turn around, alternate, skinny part of the bag, flip. Here are our bag alternating slams. You can do these with or without gloves on. Either way, you're gonna stand over the bag, grab it right at the skinny part of the bag in the middle, squeeze your arms together. You're gonna squat down low, pick the bag up, throw it over your shoulder, slam to the floor. Again, pick it up right in the middle of the skinny part, up, alternate over the other shoulder, slam.